Hey, this is Mike, and you're watching Reelblack, and today we're at the Prince Music Theater for the red carpet premiere of About Last Night, the new romantic comedy starring Kevin Hart and Regina Hall.
No. Danny? Who said it first?
She did.
Women approach that phrase with a tactical strategy normally reserved for an anti-terrorist strike team. This was no accident. That was an ambush. This was definitely
a disaster. Is it that bad to be the first one to say it?
Yes, it is. And whoever says I love you first
cares more.
Let's just go to his place, move your stuff out, start a new life in another state, disappear.
So, tell me.
Tell you what,
About last night.
I meet this girl, cute, tight.
Model type?
No, I'm not hanging around with them anorexic girls no more. They're like a 10-speed bike with daddy issues.
Regina Hall, thanks for being on Reelblack TV. Were you a fan of the original About Last Night?
You know what, I was, yeah, I mean, I'd seen the original, I watched it, it was great, it was for its time. What we've done is like a much more contemporary version of it, so it's completely different, but of course I was a fan of the, I mean, I always appreciate, work and, and any artist's interpretation of that work. So for us, it was great to have that benchmark, and we've completely made it our own. And so for us, it's it was a great opportunity to come, take a classic, and then put our own spin on it. So it's great.
Now, Reelblack members, we had a chance to see it last time. You guys are not only funny, but you're really sexy in this too. Can you talk about a little bit about how you built up your chemistry?
We didn't have to do anything. The great thing is when you are surprised, you know what I mean? Kevin and I always had a lot of respect for each other. We know each other, but when we got on set and you actually get to merge and do a scene, that's always surprising. I think that kind of chemistry can't even be built. It just exists or it doesn't, and we just got really, really lucky that we had so much chemistry.
Wait.
You need to stretch or something?
This isn't just sex, right?
Well, this is technically sex, babe, yes.
I know, but we mean something to each other, right?
Yeah, yes.
Am I your girlfriend?
Oh, damn, that's my ear. Yes, girl, you're my girlfriend.
I think you're lined up for a sequel. I can't wait to see the next one, where you're Mrs. Hart. Now, this has been a good year for you, coming off Best Man Holiday, and now this. But you also part of the original black film renaissance back in the early 2000s with Love and Basketball and Honeymooners and, obviously the original Best Man. I mean, what can you say about the black film renaissance of the last year or so?
Well, it's great. What I think I like about this one is that we're seeing so many different types of films, with black artists and them being made. I'm happy to see how well they're doing. I'm happy to see their box office grosses, and it's always exciting that there's work and that there's opportunity to do good work, great work, and there's opportunity to go see it, you know what I mean? So, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have, abundance of different types of movies, that we have producers and artists and directors who are really working really hard to expand, I don't want to say change, but expand our images, from just one thing at a time, so they're many things, so it's great.
Good times. Good times. You got movie me? Yeah. I think it's a really good time to be a filmmaker or somebody in front of the camera that is making films that happen to be by or about the African American experience. I think that audiences are showing up more than ever before. I think that a lot of the themes and the content that are being created are resonating with audiences in a way that they haven't before. And Hollywood is being a lot more receptive to embracing and making those types of films. So I'm fortunate to be a small part of it. Now, at the same time, I make films for an audience. And this film About Last Night just happens to have an African-American cast. It's not a film about African-Americans or anything that's so specific to the African-American experience. It just happens to have a great, wonderful, beautiful African-American cast, and I think those are the best kind of films.
Well, talk about that a little bit. Like when I first saw it, the main four people are African-American, but the rest of the cast is very diverse. Can you speak in terms of consciously casting in that way?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I try to always show a diverse world. And because we did have 4 African-American leads, I try to make sure the rest of the world look like America, look like the world. And that's how I want to make films, and that's what I want to portray.
Just talk about Kevin's success and his rise, and how long have you been on Kevin's radar, or has Kevin been on your radar?
You know what? Obviously, our first film together was Think Like a Man. Kevin is somebody that it is his time, and he and I work really, really well together because we have the same work ethic. We are tireless. I mean, the day, the weekend that Ride Along came out, we were up early shooting promotional spots for About Last Night, you know, so there was no time to rest on laurels. It was like, what's next? What are we doing? How are we doing it? He looks at this as a huge opportunity, and so do I, and so you don't squander an opportunity like that, and he's not squandering it. It is his time. He's one of the best doing it. His style and timing is resonating with audiences, and I'm happy to be a part of it and be able to support it.
This is magic. This is how the magic happens. When the movie's done, you just see it all finished. This is how a scene gets broken out. Right now, we're figuring out the shots. And this guy, he's responsible for making me look good. So this is all about me. Me.
I'm great. Mike from Reelblack TV, welcome back. We saw you about $92 million ago.
It's a good thing.
How does it feel?
Oh man, you know, I don't think about it too much. I don't want to get wrapped up into it. I'm happy, excited about my position right now, you know. It's time to take advantage of it. This is when you put yourself in a position to win. So the more things you can do, the better. Just make sure you switch it up.
I hear you talk a lot about a Kevin Hart brand. What is the Kevin Hart brand exactly?
Kevin Hart brand is a brand right now that is a brand full of levels, from entertainment, from social media, to owning my own product, to producing, directing, writing, creating my own content. You know, it's a brand that's spread widely, very, very wide right now.
Okay, well, it's great. I mean, I don't know if you remember the first time we met. Like, you were not necessarily geared into that like 6 years ago.
No, definitely not. A lot has changed since then.
No, it's awesome. So, I mean, in terms of the brand, I mean, would you consider branching out into drama?
I mean, eventually, you know, it all comes at time. You don't rush it. Everything happens when it's supposed to. So I'm a firm believer that, you know, eventually the right opportunity will present itself, and I'll take it.
Okay, well, we're loving you now with that. So it's been a great year for you, great year for black film. Now, I mean, I don't want to pigeonhole you as being black film, because you also, in your brand, kind of diversify. Can you speak a little bit to that?
I mean, you know, it's about spreading yourself. It's about being universal. Everybody loves to laugh, not just one particular race. So, you know, shouldn't just appeal to one race. So a lot of people are around. There's a large world out there. I personally like to travel, and I like to do things in it. Stand-up comedy is one of those. So when you can travel the world making people laugh doing stand-up comedy, it transfers over to movies and film.
Lastly, oh, bless you, lastly. So, I mean, you know, I know you lost your mom in 2006. I lost my grandmother recently. I mean, and everything I do, so it's a little bittersweet to have kind of success. Do you think about that at all, and what do you think she would have to say?
Not the way where it's bittersweet, you know. She's in a better place, so you got to be positive about it. At the end of the day, she supported me in my craft, and my craft still continues now that she isn't here. She's just in a different place, looking to support now, that's all.
Okay, so she's looking out for you. What do you think she would say about all the success?
She loves me. She loves me. She happy for a boy. That's about it.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
I'll get it.
You got it, baby?
Start.
Girl, you look good. You look real good.
The food looks really good. Hey, girl, listen to me. The food is vile. You hear me? Do not swallow the food. Wait till she's not looking, spit it in the bag. Get low. Do it fast, because the food will eat through the bag. She'll smell it. You on your own. I try to tell you.